Yep, there we go.
Let's start with a laugh. So we've been recording since, 7 o'clock this morning? It's now 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And just before you came in... Hi, I'm Jack.
I'm Dom, welcome to No Laughing Matter. Yes.
No Laughing Matter on Aim Low Pro. And we were just testing the levels, and I wasn't sure whether we'd started for real or if we were testing more levels. Turns out we're doing it for real.
Yeah, it's good.
So thrust into the limelight once again.
I know. Again, if you're joining us in sequence, we are, those of you who care.
Come on now, don't put yourself down.
Well, I'm tired.
Do you know, I always wonder, the first time somebody goes onto the internet, that's not for editing, your first time on the internet, the first thing you stumble across, what if it's one of our podcasts? You know, there's always a first time for everything.
Yeah,
so
I
for some
suppose.
person, it'll be the first time they go on the internet, and for whatever God knows reason, maybe they've been referred by a website. I always imagine if this podcast is the first thing you hear your time on the internet, what you're going to take away from that and what your impressions are going to be.
Episode to episode, it depends what it is.
It really does. It really is potluck. And do you imagine that there are people out there and this is kind of their first experience of podcasts?
Possibly.
There might be a lot of your friends who've never listened to a podcast before, and then you've kind of thrust this upon them. And I listen to quite a few podcasts.
Yeah,
I listen to
them as well.
A lot of hobby podcasts.
Yeah,
like Painting Little Army Men.
Let's not give people an alternative.
No, don't listen to them. Stick with us. But I do listen to other podcasts, so they're great when I'm doing a long cycle ride. Just to have one and listen to. So. And we're kind of, what is it saying? Fly tipping on the internet.
Well, that was a comment under one of our videos. Because it was the first one we made, and obviously the I didn't like. I mean, like it takes you a while to like the thing you do, doesn't it? So like once we made it, I felt like it wasn't good, and I was kind of like,
no, I know what you. I did spend kind of a restless hour just thinking, oh my god, what did I do? And now it kind of comes to today, and it's like. We're just laying down anything,
Yeah, we're fine now. Do you know what I mean?
And you kind of get the comfort. You get into the.
Yeah.
It's a retrospective we're doing. This is your life, Aim Low Pro.
I had other things, but it kind of. I was talking about it to someone else. It's kind of okay with being vulnerable and okay with failing. Do you know what I mean? And so I wanted to kind of edit the crap out of the pilot episode, but was just kind of do you know what? It's a pilot. It is what it is. It'll go on. And then after that, we got better because we felt more natural at it. I think.
Exactly. We just kind of, you do fall into it, and you just. I mean, I'm, pretty comfortable just sat here. This chair's quite comfortable, no expense wasted, and I've been treated to coffee and 2 biscuits.
Yep. So I wanted to hit you with some logic.
Hit you with some shoes.
Yes.
I do love logic.
Logic or shoes?
I do. I've got a lot of time for logic.
What's your favourite thing about logic?
It makes sense.
Nice, good answer. I'm
waiting for the logic now. And
someone told me, you probably know more than I do. I only know a couple, but they told me that her brother was given a book full of things. You can get logicians. So Spock in Star Trek is a logician, or he's a sort of advocator of logic, and
sounds made up, but I'll go with
and
it.
will only answer things logically. It could have been. The whole thing could be a joke on me, and they're now pissing themselves as I'm talking about it on here. But
we'll never say that.
Yeah.
No, you watch, you will.
Yeah, exactly. You watch again. They don't know how a podcast works. But so a woman gives birth to a logician's baby.
Right.
And she looks up, and this is very relevant for you. You may want to do this, actually. Tell Jess not to listen to this episode, and I think you should do this.
Okay.
Jack has a wife. His wife is carrying his child. Soon it'll be out in the big wide world. I don't know how else to explain it.
This is Birds and Bees with Dominic Preston.
And so the baby's born, and she says, "Is it a boy or a girl?" And he says, "Yes."
Right.
You see how that works?
Well, yeah, because it is a boy or a girl.
See, I knew this wouldn't work with you. I heard that and found that funny and kind of giggled with my friend, whereas I knew you were such a kind of staunch believer in logic that you would just go, why is this humorous? In a very sort of
Is it supposed to be humorous?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I get it. I mean, it's like, is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah.
Is it one of those two options? Well, yes, it is.
Like, it's not like kind of laugh out loud. It's supposed to be amusing or kind of, just interesting to think about.
Well, that's like saying, is this a shoe? Yes.
Well, like, what was it? All unmarried men are bachorers.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's not, that's just another kind of logic.
What are you talking about? This isn't logic.
That's logical.
All married men are bachelors. Well, yeah, all people without...
You can assume that in order to be married, you cannot be a bachelor, because in order to be a bachelor, the main criteria is being unmarried.
Yeah.
So, two logicians go into a bar.
Right, okay.
And
I'm sorry, do you need to get that?
And the bar... Sorry, my phone just went. And the barman says, do you both want a drink? And one of them says, I don't know yet. And the other one says, I don't know yet.
Well, how will they know if each other wants a drink?
Yeah.
This is a really weird format. You're asking me questions, I'm answering, and you're just like, yes.
Well, that's...
Have a peanut.
You know.
So I kind of get where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Kind of. Now, just the thing is, I see the logic in a lot of things. I'll look at things and no, that's not right. That wouldn't happen like that, and it does Jess off quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just.
Well, when we went to the cinema the other day, she was like, "You overanalyze these things, don't you?"
Yes,
do you remember that?
Oh my god, what was it we watched for that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I do overanalyze because the thing is, it has to fit in with my kind of way of thinking.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I've got no time for it whatsoever. So. Obviously, going to see a film is a real treat for me.
Yeah, yeah.
What was I blabbering on about earlier about the Superman movie and the superhero films, and how we were saying earlier, I will accept a lot of things. You just pointed out that your fly is undone.
I did, and I did well. I thought, I hoped because we were on a podcast that wouldn't come to light, but that's fine.
Who would have thought that it would be embarrassing to be flying low on a podcast?
Yeah.
It's kind of, you'd think it's the safest place. But it's like, I will buy into a lot of your bullshit, but it will always be that one thing that doesn't make sense to me logically, that just breaks the whole thing. So what, the opposite to logic, creativity? Is that right?
Kind of, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, you've got like Spock on one hand, well, what's the opposite to that? Is that just like...
I suppose it's somebody who's like passionate.
Well, are you saying I'm not passionate?
No, I'm not saying you. I wasn't saying you were Spock either, so I don't understand where you're going.
That's logical. That makes sense. I kind of no. I was saying is like you say like I'm a very logical person, which is right. So would you say that you're kind of the counter of that, and you're a creative? And then from that, would you say that creative people can't be logical? And can you learn logic? Is logic something that you learn, or is it an inherent thing? And if you can learn logic, is that learning a way of thinking? Is infinity a number or a concept? Does the light go off when the fridge door is shut?
Yes.
Exactly.
No, this is getting very highbrow very quickly.
Was this a conversation you wanted to have?
I don't know, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, all right.
So if you like... But then again, there was a guy who did a study with a group of people, and he said, how many uses can you come up with for a paperclip? And I don't know what the average number were. Let's say, for argument's sake, that in people aged 30 to 40, it was 60. And if you ask people 13 to 14, it'll be 120. Yeah, if you ask people, I mean, I'm guessing these numbers. Please, nobody go and look up the study and tell me that I'm cool. But if you go to people aged between 8 to 13, the number gets bigger, and the lower age you get, the more ways they come up with for using a paperclip. And it's because when you're younger, you say things like, does the paperclip have to be metal? And how big is the paperclip? Can the paperclip be 500 feet big and made of rubber? What's the use for it then? Can it be made of plastic? And could it be microscopic?
No, that's kind of good. That makes sense.
What colour is the paperclip?
As you get older, you rely on your own knowledge too much, and you're scared to ask for more information. So that kind of makes sense to me. Like when you were saying it, my first thought was, well, you could use a paperclip, you could straighten it out and use the pointy end to pick up like a baked bean. But then I was thinking, could you differentiate for every single type of food? Could you say you can use it to pick up a baked bean, you can use it to pick up a jelly bean, you can use it to pick up a piece of pineapple, which would be...
But you're still the use is picking up food.
But then, how specific do you need to be? Is food a general catch-all term, or could you say for different types of food, because that opens up more options? And then could you say, well, you can use it to scratch your nose, but then could you differentiate every single body part? which is more use. You could say you could scratch your nose, you could scratch your toe, you could scratch
No,
your ass.
I think it would be, in that case, it would be one use for kind of, I could use it to pick up small amounts of food at a time to feed myself with. I don't know.
But then you could say I could pick up small amounts of food to feed other people with, and I can pick up small amounts of food to transport them. Do you see what I mean? You're getting more and more options depending on the criteria of how precise the answer has to be.
Well, I suppose that goes in the study, but I'm assuming within the criteria criteria of the study,
right?
There must have been a way of differentiating that I don't know, but that meant that kids, when kids did it, it was that thing of they were able to use the paperclip for other things because they were thinking about it better.
Similar to that, and this is kind of it's a simple question. What is the biggest number you can think of? And I like that question because there is no answer to it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. There is always
a bigger number.
Number.
Yeah, I took a minute to kind of go, no, bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I really like that question because it's one of those things, but you'll always find some asshole who'll say, oh, infinity.
Right.
To which infinity is not a number, it's a concept. It is a theory. There is no such thing as an infinity. You can't time something by a million infinity times over. That's a fucking 3-year-old answer. And I'm sorry, this is nothing to do with anything we're talking
about. There's a vein in his forehead that is getting...
But people who use infinity as a number...
Please don't kick my shelf. What's he doing? Anyway,
like,
sorry.
if Jess said to me, oh, I love you infinity times... She has actually said to me, oh, I love you infinity times around the world. And I said, right, what? Infinity is a concept, right? It is a concept of everything that ever can or ever will exist. It is not a unit of measure. Times around the world. You are taking a love, which is immeasurable, and actually putting a distance to it. If anything, it would have a volume. You know, I love you as much as this mug can hold. That would make sense, assuming love is in liquid form. Using it by distance implies it's like a fucking piece of string.
Love in liquid form sounds very... How much love in liquid form can you give me? Wow.
That's where the band 10cc got their name.
10cc?
Yeah, an old band, 10cc. I'm not in love, so don't forget. No?
10cc, weren't they also... I don't like cricket.
I don't know. I'll have to Google that one. I don't know. Are they on them as well?
Dreadlock Holiday 10cc. I think so. I'll get googling. You keep
I'll carry on
ranting on about your wife's love.
What an interesting phrase.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where the band 10cc got the name from. It's the average amount of liquid love, should we call it?
What, like liquid love as in the volume, or liquid love as in?
Don't you say the distance?
Not the distance.
Yeah, 10cc, 10
the amount of
cubic centimeters.
Oh, cubic centimeters. Okay, I thought you meant like. It doesn't matter.
What?
Go on.
No. Okay. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, I'm not a picky.
Yeah,
person.
Dreadlock Holiday 10cc. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
So.
Has that satisfied your curiosity?
Yeah, just about.
So yeah, if ever infinity times around the world is I don't know. I suppose you did say it. It strikes the wrong sort of chords with me. You can say something, I love you very much. Or my particular favourite, if you want to put a quantity to it, say, I love you so much that for every M&M there is in the world, I want to create a happy memory with you.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Good work.
If you text Liz and say that to her now before she listens to this, so she'll think it came from you.
But then once she listens, then that'll be it.
Well, yeah, just tell her not to listen.
Maybe if I exchanged...
I love you, but don't listen to the podcast.
What if I exchanged M&M with light switch? God, I just said the first thing I saw.
Yeah, you are literally just looking at things as like, we're having a bit of an I love lamp moment.
And by happy memory, I meant... tender moment.
Tender moment. There you are. Excellent.
Yeah.
But again, you kind of fall into the trap if she listens to this. It's kind of, there's nothing more romantic than pre-planned statements. But no, it's something that, going
That's why chat-up lines are a bit... Have you ever used chat-up lines?
No. And it's kind of... I can't see how they'd work.
It's because you could say them to anybody. Has anyone used chat-up lines on you?
Here are my tits, basically. I suppose that's all you need to hear from a bloke, doesn't it?
From a bloke?
No.
What did you say?
For a bloke. From a
For
male
a bloke,
point of view,
okay.
you don't need a chat-up line. All you need is a low-cut top.
Really?
Yeah, not on a.
Okay.
Do you want me to draw a picture?
Well, no, it's not. I didn't ask you whether you needed chat up lines. I don't need a picture either. I said, has anybody used? You like logic. Has anybody used a chat up line on you? Yes or no? Not boobies. Just because I love lamp moment.
Whose boobies am I looking at for that to be an I love lamp moment?
I don't
Again,
know.
looking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is that third person?
Yeah.
Do you have a piano key tie?
Yes.
Okay.
My grandmother bought it for me. She said it would be snazzy. I use it with my chat up lines.
Grandma Lepresti, you're a legend. No, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't want to use names on a podcast without press consent.
But, well, yeah, you were happy to throw Nana Lepresti into the mix.
Well, touche. No, I don't. I can't remember a time anyone's ever used a chat line on me. In fact, Jess's first line to me was, "Can I borrow your lighter?"
Oh yeah.
To which I replied, "I love you, marry me, and kiss my children," in that kind of smooth, suave Italian way that we are known for. But no one's ever used a chat line on me. But people always say, just be honest. Say, oh, you're the most beautiful girl in the room. I just want to say that I think you look gorgeous. And that's that would work in my mind. We go, oh, hey baby, want to make my bed rock or some gibberish like that.
This is a chat line from The Simpsons.
Yeah, The Simpsons,
Flintstones. Sorry.
But I'm pretty tapper on the phone.
I'm looking at. Yeah, I should have switched that off. I'm looking at chat lines for women.
Okay, you might be on something there.
Hang on.
Have you just been tweeted a chat up line by one of our many fans?
No, I haven't.
But I'm pretty good at expressing romantic sentiments.
Yeah. But I'd say so. Well, with your for every M&M there is in the world.
Yeah, I'd like to create happy memories. See, you like that. You're going to use that on your missus, so.
No, I don't. Well, I can't. No.
Yeah, of course you can. Just change a few bits here and there. I'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I suppose.
I know this is really unprofessional. We're talking about chat-up lines, and there's just a tweet here saying your farts are the screams of trapped poo. And I don't know why, but I went looking for chat-up lines, and I came up with that.
Okay.
Your farts are the screams of trapped poo. Now, if a girl said that to you,
what would I say?
Well, what would you do more than anything?
I tell you what, I think I quite like that. I think because it's not anything.
It's not typical.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's informative.
I mean, I don't know if I'd then go, yes, we should have a relationship, but it would certainly get the conversation going.
Yeah, it depends who you say it to. It's for a very specific type of person, that. And it's kind of. Have you just found one?
Hi, I'm doing a survey. Let's roleplay. Right, I'm a bloke. You're a lady in a bar. You ready?
Is this all part of the chat-up line? Because
yeah. Oh no.
Okay, I'm a lady.
The roleplay isn't part of the chat line. You're a lady.
You know, roleplay is very difficult for men of logic. I need to know what kind of bar it is. What I'm drinking.
You're in.
What am I wearing?
You can wear whatever you like.
Slutty?
You can drink.
I don't particularly want to be.
These are things that are.
I want to be demure.
These are things that are up for you to decide.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm doing a survey.
I don't know you.
What's your name?
Roxanne.
What's your number?
3.
Are you free next Sunday?
2.
That's the chat line. I think there's something wrong with my phone. Could you try calling it for me to see if it rings? That's just creepy.
That's
because
see, a lot of chat lines are more kind of like manipulative.
Yeah.
And underhand.
I'm a love pirate and I'm here for your booty. But then it's got.
I just want to
added into it. There's an R. As in
oh my god! I'm just imagining, the photo of us on the website of me jumping. You're jumping on my back.
Yes.
We found ourselves a winner of the caption competition.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That'd be perfect.
Yeah. I'm here for your booty. R. Are you Jamaican?
Because you're Jamaican me crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so hurt as well. So I'm just kind of sit here, just letting you throw your chat-up lines at me. What, have you ever used them?
No.
Have you ever had them used?
I used it at school, like in primary school.
What the hell were you doing in primary school?
Because we thought they were funny rather than like actually wanting to chat people up.
Why don't you just do what normal people do and play kiss chase?
I bet I can kiss you on the lips without touching you. Kiss them on the lips and then tell them you've lost the bet. Okay.
Marry me and have my babies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's borderline assault.
Is it? Okay.
I could argue that in court as assault.
Yeah, it's pretty like nice socks. Can I try them on? That doesn't.
No way. Let me see that.
There, number.
Can we post a link to this?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure where it is. I don't know. I just find chat lines really like cringe.
Oh my god. Given that God is infinite and that the universe is also infinite, would you like a shag?
How does that what?
See, some of these are quite nice. My friend thinks you're hot, and if it's any consolation, so do I. It's cute. It's endearing.
Okay.
I'll go with that. That one's not too bad.
And I don't know.
Oh my god. Do you reckon this would ever work? I don't suppose you know the number for the Ordnance Survey. I want to tell them I found a site of outstanding natural beauty. For the map readers,
it's quite complicated. Yeah, if you were
it is complicated and geeky.
If you were a McDonald's burger, you'd be a McGorgeous.
Oh snap!
Oh snap! I remember there was a guy at work who used to call women McFitties.
McFitties. That sounds familiar. Who was it? It wasn't.
No, it wasn't Forefront.
No.
It was at another establishment in which I worked.
But that job where we both, worked together.
He McFitties.
McFitties. One thing that's kind of been bothering. Oh, hang on.
Final one. Bad boy, naughty boy, go to your room. That's it in terms of the chat line. If we were in a bar, I don't think that would work. But in brackets, it's got can replace boy with girl. Just in case you were a boy looking to use that on a girl, and you go bad boy, naughty boy. Okay, sorry.
It just sounds like you've got schizophrenia or something. You're just talking to yourself.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, the one thing that's kind of me and Jess would talk about recently, and I've never really got this, and again, it makes me feel quite old. The difference between seeing someone, going out, dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, and the more people I speak to about this, the different criteria they have. And it gets really bizarre. Like, I'll be speaking to one of Jess's sisters. I can give
you my criteria first.
Well, they'll be like...
Can I give you my criteria and can we compare it to Jess's sister?
Alright, okay, go on.
What's the categories?
Okay, so I don't know what order they're in. They're seeing each other, going out, boyfriend and girlfriend. Right. I think dating's an American one. I don't think we use that much over here. Yeah. But yeah, those three basically. Seeing each other, going out, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or in a relationship, whatever. Seeing
each other is kind of like... I don't know, I kind of want to say that that's dating in that you just go on dates and you just see if you like it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So is that the same as going out?
No, I'd say going out is so if you were to say, I don't know, it's really weird. I never had to define it before, but like I'm dating someone, it would be, I don't know. I suppose that would kind of be to my mind.
Can you see my confusion on this?
Yeah, it would be like not, would be just hanging out on dates.
Right.
Going out with each other would kind of be like a bit more official than boyfriend and girlfriend, but I suppose to me it's time. Like if you spend a bit more official than boyfriend and girlfriend, but you've not been going out with each other very long.
What's more official than boyfriend and girlfriend? Married?
No, less official than boyfriend and girlfriend. Did I say more?
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant less. So kind of if you were going out, so when you start going out with somebody, that's very early on. Whereas once you're boyfriend and girlfriend, that happens much later on in the dating process.
See, as we said at the start, I'm a logician, or I'm pretty black and white in my opinions. And one thing that I learned very early on in university is when you start seeing, going with, whatever you call it, when you start being
whatever the kids are saying these days,
well, these hip kids. But when you start being with another person, it has two possible outcomes.
Yeah.
You will either break up, or you'll stay together until one of you dies.
Okay, right.
Honestly, This is romance to me. All right, work with me. But so this kind of your face, just what? But this kind of the little shades of grey of we just
shades of grey,
each other. Oh, you dirty man. Have you even tried reading that?
No, never.
There is too much story for what it is.
We talked about it the other day in the cinema. Did we? Wasn't that? Oh, reading 50 Shades of Grey in a Brummy accent.
Yeah, that's
Remember, we're in the cinema with Jess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
Oh, that was wonderful.
yeah.
That's
He,
my next job after this.
he touched me tenderly.
He what?
He touched me tenderly.
What did he say? What are you saying? Like, I carefully applied the bollock clamps.
Once the nipple tassels were stuck on firmly, I couldn't help but feel an intense feeling of arousal.
Oh, this is such a weird
Hang on,
situation.
you keep talking about Jess's sisters and going out and dating and stuff.
No, I just think oh, you're not. All right, okay. So yeah, these whole kind of different shades of grey of going out, seeing each other. I've never really got it, and I do think if I was seeing each other, if that's like the lightest term,
yeah,
I'd still be pretty butthurt if they were sleeping with someone else.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think you.
So I don't think it really matters what stage you're at. The only difference between them seems to be how much shit you put up with.
Okay, right.
You know, it's like if you're just seeing someone, it's like, oh, yeah, he's been a real asshole, but you know, I'm just seeing him at the moment, so whatever. Whereas with me and Jess, she's like, oh, he's a real asshole, and I'm married to him, and my life's going down the toilet just by being with him, which is romance.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is love, liquid love,
this
infinity times around the world.
This is the woman you're about to have a child with.
Is this podcast going to be titled something like, logical love or something? It's just
logical love. There you go.
We're talking a lot about logic and love.
Logic and love. Yeah, nice.
Right. Okay. So you've googled 50. Ooh.
That's the writer.
Jesus Christ! Is that writer?
Yep.
Oh, that's not what I expected it to
Suddenly he sits up and tugs my panties off and throws them on the floor. Pulling off his boxer briefs, his erection springs free. Holy cow. He kneels up and pulls a condom from the
it's loaded. Here comes the spam.
From the what? He pulls a condom onto his considerable length. Oh no, will it? How?
Wow. Well, there you go. I mean, we could.
I think we failed the test of watching that without laughing.
Slap a logo on that and charge $2.50 a minute, and we're done. So what is it? What are we looking at right now?
Extracts from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, brilliant.
You beguile me, Christian. Completely overwhelm me. I feel like Icarus flying close to the sun.
Your accent's off today.
It is off today. It's because we've been talking so much.
Oh, have a drop more water. What else we got?
Yeah.
We lie there, panting together, waiting for our breathing to slow. He gently strokes my hair. Boy, I survived. That weren't so bad. I'm more stoic than I thought. Me and a goddess is prostrate. Well, at least she's quiet. So that was an extract titled Anastasia's Inner Goddess Grapples with Spanking. Coincidentally, the name of my first album.
Suddenly he grabs me, tipping me across his lap. Is it tipping? It is tipping. With one smooth.
Can I just say? Oh, you know, I mentioned earlier. This is like being sat with a child, teaching them how to read.
Do you teach to 50 Shades of Grey?
How do you think I'm? Oh, this is just really. But you carry on.
He angles his body so my torso is resting on the bed beside him. He throws his right leg over both mine and plants his left forearm on the small of my back, holding me down so I cannot move. This is taking a really interesting turn. He places his hand on me naked behind, softly fondling me, stroking around and around with his flat palm, and then his hand is no longer there. Then he hits me hard.
Does Liz know you do this? Is she going to be listening to this later thinking, "What?"
You cannot listen to the Logic and Love podcast for two reasons. One, we may have used lines I say to you. Two, I may read 50 Shades of Grey in a Brummy accent to Jack.
And I'm lost for words now. I think that's going to have to be a disclaimer we put at the start. The two reasons why you can't listen.
Yes, certainly.
Okay,
why don't we try our best? We'll try our best celebrity impressions reading 50 Shades of Grey, and the other one has to guess who the other one is doing. Okay, and a game you can play at home if you're listening. Our impressions are pretty awful.
Okay, I like this game. All right, go ahead.
Because aim low or go home. Yes, is okay.
You don't have to read the whole thing. Just
yeah. Show me how you pleasure yourself. Keep still. we're gonna have to work on keeping you still, baby. Let's see if you can make me come like this.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah. How was it?
Terrible. Oh, it was terrible.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Awful.
Okay, you'll go.
No, it's not the accent was awful. It's just the situation was awful.
Was it? Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, no, skip that one.
Can I just say, my mum has this book.
Does she?
Yeah, I found
How
it
do
on
you
the
know?
coffee table
Oh,
before
no.
I knew what it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can go with that one.
Oh, I don't know. It's, okay. He sighs, slides in beside me, and pulls me into his arms. Careful not to touch my stinging behind. We're spooning again. He kisses me softly beside my ear.
Was that Morgan Freeman?
It was Morgan Freeman.
That's pretty good. It
Was it?
Too bad, yeah.
I felt dirty doing it.
Did you?
'Cause I'm 50 shades of f***ed up.
Yes.
I don't like it when Morgan Freeman swears.
Do you not?
He does it in that film Wanted.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Really?
This is fine.
This is
Making
great,
him
yeah.
read 50 Shades of Grey, it's fine.
Okay, my go. So there, she. Why don't you like being touched? I whispered, staring softly into his grey eyes. Because I'm 50 shades of f***ed up, Anastasia.
Is that Woody Allen?
No.
Oh.
I'll do it again. Because I'm 50 shades of f***ed up, Anastasia.
No, all I'm getting is Woody Allen.
James Stewart.
Who the hell's James Stewart?
You know who James Stewart is?
I don't know who James
From
Stewart.
It's a Wonderful Life, see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he loves his 50 Shades of Grey, you see.
You went out on a limb there. Yeah, that's...
Teacher says every time a bell ring, a fairy gets his wing. Yeah, she, daughter, yeah. I don't like plastics. You've not seen It's a Wonderful Life in a while. Anyway, you'll go.
Jesus. I'm trying to scan my brain for celebrity impressions. Alright, let's have a look what we read.
I mean, it's tricky. I mean, how are you feeling about it? You know, I want to give you examples, but it wouldn't really work.
Yeah.
It wouldn't help the game.
The only one I can think of is, before I know it, he's got both of my hands in his vice-like grip above my head, and he's pinning me to the wall, using his lips.
Can I have a go? Hang on, it might not work because I've got the mic.
Let's give it a go.
Before I knew it, he got both hands in his vice-like grip above my head.
Nobody cared who I was before I did the erotic dance.
If I take your panties off, will it hurt?
It would be extremely painful.
You seem like a big girl.
For you.
Oh, 50 Shades of Bane.
Hang on.
That's
50 Shades of Bane.
50 Shades of Bane has got to be the next podcast. In fact, no, that's possibly the name of this one, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's Scrooge Love and Logic.
His arms wrapped around me, and he pulled me to him. Hard, fast, gripping my ponytail to tilt my head up,
Please stop.
kissing me like his life depends on it.
Oh my god.
He drags the...
Please stop.
Who was that?
Was that Darth?
Yeah.
It sounded like Bane.
Did it? Did it sound like Bane?
I wondered what would break first, your spirit or your body.
Like... all of Bane's lines work in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my
Hang on.
god. 50 Shades of Bane.
50 Shades of Bane. Hang on.
Come on, put it together.
Hang on.
Success has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Oh my god.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, I think okay. All right, okay. There's no non-verbal way to say I'm going to piss myself in a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
But Bane is into that.
Please stop.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know where we go, but I think we've hit the wall.
Yeah. Let's just.
50 Shades of Bane. We should totally. Do you reckon we should?
You can make a lot of money off these celebrity book. In fact, according to this little book you bought,
Oh yeah.
greatest podcasting tips in the world. If you get a celebrity to read your book, you can actually get more subscribers.
Really? Wow.
So E.L. what's her name? E.L.
What?
James.
Yeah, E.L. James. Yeah.
E.L. James. If you can get Tom Hardy to read her book for her.
Suddenly, he sits up and tugs me panties off.
Oh my god!
What?
No.
And throws them on the floor. Pulling off his boxer briefs. His erection springs out.
The size of a fist.
Yeah, holy crap. He kneels up and he pulls out a condom into his considerable length. Oh no. Will it? How?
Right, I have to go.
I think just Batman's 50 Shades of Batman. Where is he?
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
Right, should we I think we have to kind of draw a line.
We'll call it there.
I think we do. I think after we've done the 50 Shades of Bane,
Yeah.
it's just I feel spent.
Did he?
We've covered a lot, you know, we need a logic, love.
Cuddle and a cigarette. Yes.
We do. It's time to get the whipped cream and play the Marvin Gaye and just finish this off the right way.
Awesome. And yeah, that wouldn't be very interesting for you on a podcast, so we'll leave you out of this. Anyway.
Well, thank you very much for listening.
Good job.
Yes, kudos, I might add.
We'll
follow us on at AimNoPro.
Twitter, and then if you're not listening to us on the main website, please go and check us out at aimlowpro.com.
Absolutely, and we promise we won't have more stuff like this on there. This is kind of the adult version.
See you later.
Thanks a lot. Bye.